As a supervising social worker, I support foster carers to basically care for the children they have, supporting them in meetings, calling them weekly, assessing them, putting them through panel, things like that. Yes, because I've got a slightly smaller caseload than would normally be given to someone in my position, that means I can dedicate the time that needs to be given to them. If there's an issue going on or they need some help with behaviour of the child, I can instantly react to that, either phone them or maybe go and see them to help them out with that. The managers try to have a face-to-face with carers as much as possible, so they're seen as part of the bigger fostering family as such. And I think that helps with the foster carers because they know there's other people around, particularly if I was on holiday, for example, there's someone else that they can contact to talk about things. Yeah, absolutely, part of the fostering family, so there's someone that you need to talk to either on their own or with the parents around just to see how things are going. They may well have an issue with a foster child. If they're older, I'll try to give them my contact number so they can call me just to discuss things and get things off their chest if they need to. And it always helps for their approval if they've got feedback from the birth children. So I started with Fusion just as lockdown began on the 1st of April. So I've had lots of virtual meetings. I'm slowly beginning to see people from head office and other foster carers, which is brilliant. Hoping to get more involved with support groups, and we're hoping lockdown restrictions lifted that we can have some sort of summer barbecue event for all foster carers so we can really have that family feel and enjoy what's going on. Yeah, absolutely. Some fun and games, chats about fostering. Just to get to know people, because that's what fostering as a supervisor social worker is about, just getting relationships with people so you can chat about stuff for the foster children. So fostering with Fusion as a social worker has been my second job as a social worker. Initially I was with a children's charity before that. I had slightly larger caseloads and really enjoyed the job, really enjoyed the foster carers that I worked with. I decided to move on. I moved on because Fusion has that smaller family feel you can dedicate to the foster carers. So that's the bit I really enjoy about the move. Caring, sympathetic, understanding of children, not scapegoating them and understanding where they've come from, some of the behaviours you might see from a particular circumstances or environment they might be in. So if you put them in a fostering environment where someone really cares about them and gives them dedicated one-to-one time, they flourish in that environment. Absolutely. There's various methods of online training or face-to-face when the restrictions have moved away. One of my carers in particular likes the kind of holistic kind of care that's given to young people, and we've recently founded a support group for her to go dip into. She really loved it and she's recommended it, and we might roll that out to other carers as well. So if you see something that's suitable and would be worthwhile for a foster carer, get them involved in it because they value that extra support that you can give them. For me, with my smaller caseloads, I'd rather be available 24/7. They've all got my phone number, they can call me whenever because I know the cases, I can deal with it straight away, and you can preempt something that's going to happen so you can deal with it beforehand rather than hand that over to somebody else. The carer would have to explain the situation again, and it flows better, and you can react better if you understand the cases. So yeah, 24/7. I tell my carers just call me whenever, I don't mind. Yeah, I with my carers from the assessment onwards, so you really get to unpick about where they've come from as when they're growing up as children, and how they developed as adults, and how they've built their relationship with their other half if they have one. That's really valuable to have that insight because you can build that trust, because you need carers to be able to discuss with you any issues they've got, whether it's with the foster child or within the family unit. You know, any ill health in the family, they need to be able to tell you about before it gets to the point where they can't manage the foster child and then that breaks down. So that open and honest conversation that you can have makes placements more stable and last longer, which is obviously better for the foster child. One of my carers has actually got a friend who's interested in fostering, and I've said, just give me a call whenever. I can go to the house, have a chat with them, we can meet in a coffee shop anywhere. Just find out about it, because any of the questions you have, they will be answered. And if you're a good enough person and you are value children, then you will be assessed as a foster carer. We will do our best to support you as much as we can. Unfortunately, there's a lot of children that need foster care for whatever reason, and I get to read the referrals about what they've been through as children, and no one should go through those things. And I think that if we can offer a child any snippet of care within a fostering placement, whether it be for a week's respite or whether it's long-term to that 18 plus, you see changes in children for the smallest little things, whether they learn to eat with a knife and fork or whether they have the confidence to be able to go to university. That is something that helps me with every day really and go to work. So.